5 types of people Stoics avoid at all costs. Have you ever noticed how peaceful people tend to be? Selective? They don't argue. They don't explain. And they don't surround themselves with just anyone. Because in the eyes of a Stoic, your environment, especially the people in it, is either a sanctuary or a battlefield. In this video, we'll explore the 5 types of people Stoics avoid at all costs. Not because of hatred, not because of fear, but because peace is precious, and not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Type 1. The perpetual complainer. Misfortune weighs most heavily on those who expect nothing but good fortune. Seneca. There is a type of person who lives in a state of permanent dissatisfaction. No matter the day, the weather, the news, or the blessings in front of them, they find something wrong. They are addicted to complaint. To them, negativity is a form of communication, a currency of attention. But to the Stoic, this behavior is poison. Complaining rewires the mind to find problems, not solutions. And when you're around it too long, it infects you. You begin to see obstacles where there are none. You start believing that life owes you something, and when it doesn't deliver, resentment grows. Stoics avoid these people not out of judgment, but out of preservation. They understand that energy is limited, and they would rather invest it in self-mastery than waste it in emotional noise. Type 2. The drama seeker. Let silence be your general rule, or say only what is necessary and in few words. Epictetus. Drama seekers are chaos disguised as entertainment. They stir conflict, gossip, exaggerate problems, and thrive on emotional reactions, theirs and yours. These are people who make everything about themselves, and every situation into a spectacle. To the Stoic mind, drama is noise, and noise is the enemy of clarity. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we should retreat into ourselves often, as into a quiet room. Drama seekers turn every room into a circus. They live externally, depending on attention, conflict, or sympathy to validate their existence. But Stoics live internally. They pursue tranquility, simplicity, and measured speech. So when faced with drama, a Stoic doesn't argue. He simply walks away. Avoid those who speak too much and say too little. Those who create conflict but offer no wisdom. For your inner stillness is more valuable than their momentary chaos. Type 3. The flatterer. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more. That is poor. Seneca. Not all dangerous people come with insults. Some come with compliments. Flatterers are masters of disguise. They appear supportive, even charming, but their praise is not meant to uplift you. It is meant to control you. They say what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. They inflate your ego to blind your judgment. And before you know it, you've given them power over your decisions, your confidence, even your identity. To a Stoic, this is a subtle but dangerous trap. Because one of the greatest goals of Stoicism is self-sufficiency, not needing applause, validation, or public approval to know your worth. A Stoic would rather be told a hard truth by an honest man than sweet lies by a manipulator. So they avoid flatterers, choosing instead to walk with those who challenge them to grow, even if it's uncomfortable. Type 4. The blamer. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Blamers are people who refuse responsibility. When something goes wrong, It's always someone else's fault: the government, their parents, their ex, their boss, society, or luck, never themselves. This mindset is antithetical to Stoicism. Stoics believe in radical ownership. They don't control everything that happens to them, but they always control how they respond. That's where power lies, not in circumstance, but in self-mastery. Blamers, however, live in a world of excuses. They delay growth, they fear accountability, and worst of all, they pull others into the same mental prison. A Stoic avoids blamers because their mindset is contagious. When you constantly hear others say, "It's not my fault," you begin to forget the truth: that you are responsible for your thoughts, your choices, and your future. Avoid those who surrender their power, for soon, you may surrender yours. Type 5. The envious. No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus. Of all the traits that corrode character, envy is perhaps the most corrosive. The envious do not hate you for your flaws, they hate you for your light. Your progress reminds them of their stagnation. Your discipline makes them feel exposed. And instead of using your success as inspiration, they use it as ammunition. They might smile at you, clap for you, even support you, but deep down, they resent your growth. To a Stoic, this is dangerous company, because envy is silent sabotage. It hides in compliments, in jokes, in passive-aggressive comments. It sows doubt, spreads insecurity, and disrupts peace. Stoics understand that comparison is the thief of joy. They live by virtue, not vanity. They measure success by character, not status. And they avoid the envious not because they fear harm, but because they refuse to shrink to make others comfortable. Your growth will cost you relationships. That is the price of evolution. And it is a price worth paying. Slow montage of a man walking alone through a quiet mountain path. The Stoic path is not lonely. It is simply intentional. To walk it is to protect your peace, to guard your mind, and to refine your soul. And that requires being selective, not just with your time, but with your company. Let's recap. Avoid the perpetual complainer, they drain your focus. The drama seeker, they shatter your peace. The flatterer, they manipulate your ego. The blamer, they surrender their power. The envious, they resent your growth. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. That means you must walk away from anything, or anyone, that pulls you away from the man you are becoming. If this message resonated with you, consider subscribing to Stoic Temper. Every week, we explore timeless wisdom to help you master your emotions, sharpen your discipline, and reclaim your inner power. Stay strong, stay focused, and remember, silence is strength, and solitude is often the path to clarity.